Right, time to make sense of the sense. Now, what's happening inside Tuskys supermarket? That is one of the questions that Kenyans are asking themselves as the retail chain is now on the spot yet again after being taken to court by the Kenya Union of Commercial Food and Allied Workers, which wants it barred from laying off its workers. Lillian Kiari with that report.
In the last 5 years, Kenya's retail market has experienced severe headwinds when it comes to the supermarket space. Learning from the collapse of iconic brands such as Nakumatt, Okwala and Ibrahim's, the signs of a retailer struggling to stay afloat are vivid. First, it starts with complaints from disgruntled suppliers whose dues are yet to be honored. This in turn leads to empty shelves, and once consumers notice that their favorite brands are not stocked, foot traffic dips. Then comes the cash flow challenges, and due to fewer customers, a dip in revenue, and thus a vicious cycle begins, which at times leads to the eventual closure of a retail chain's branches. It's a step-by-step process that Kenyans have become all too familiar with. Tuskys is now the retailer on the spot, evoking fears that it could go down the same path despite an environment of reduced competition since a number of well-known retailers went bust. On Friday, the Kenya Union of Commercial Food and Allied Workers filed a court case seeking orders to bar Tuskys supermarket from declaring its employees redundant and intimidating them. The union filed for orders at the Employment and Labor Relations Court, seeking to prevent 80 of its unionizable employees from being laid off for reasons pegged on the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The supermarket, which is operated by Tusker Mattresses Limited, employs almost 6,000 workers and operates over 63 branches in Kenya and Uganda. It has been put on a government watch list for failing to meet its contractual obligations to suppliers. Tuskys stands accused of defaulting on suppliers' payments to the tune of 1.2 billion shillings, prompting the Competition Authority of Kenya to call for the retailer to be investigated. Kenyans have taken to social media to complain about stockouts. The latest development comes less than 2 months after Tuskys announced that it had closed 3 of its branches. According to the chief executive of Tuskys, Dan Githua, there is no need to panic as the supermarket has already negotiated with suppliers to reschedule payments. The unfolding scenario points to the need for tighter oversight of Kenya's retail space, even as regulations to ensure suppliers are paid on time progress through the legislative process at a glacial pace. Lillian Kiari, NTV.